everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. We are here at the arcade, just doing a walk around. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Got here early, trying to get caught up on emails and Facebook messages, moving along pretty good. Came down here for a little while and did some of the stuff that, the minor stuff, just like marquee lights and some easy control stuff. So still going through our to-do list today. Got a lot, there's always a lot to tend to, but tearing through it. So shout out to Thomas Roth, thank you for being here. And Barsom, what is up, man? Hope you can make it out to the arcade soon. Mark Schultz is joining us. He's a phenomenal Galloping player that I know. And Rory, thank you for being here. And Everett and Dennis, what is up? Great to have all of you here. Just still, it's been amazing having everybody back here. We've had so many people coming in, a lot of people from out of state traveling in, or it's just been great. So we really appreciate all the support as we have reopened to the public. And Brooke is joining us saying, Vintage Vault says, hey, what is up? Thank you for being here. Jose saying, how are you guys doing? Doing well. It's going to be interesting as people are still finding out that we are reopened, which is good. It's good that it kind of builds. Obviously, we're maintaining all the social distancing and requesting that players stay 2 cabinet lengths apart. So it is going really well so far, though. It was a very fun weekend. A couple people who are here today, just talked with them. One of them went down to Dunkin' Donuts, got a dozen donuts for everybody here. Really super awesome. So we always, as always, appreciate that. Kevin Sanzar, is the arcade doing good. Just anxious for the weekend. And can't wait to see everybody back out. And as things are in phase 4, all good stuff coming up. Brian saying, is it super busy? No, I wouldn't say super busy by any means. It's below what the numbers usually are, which it's going to take time as people come back and get out. It's about what you would expect. People are just starting to venture out, and it's going to take time to build up. We've been talking with the other arcades that are open, and they're experiencing the same thing. It's that slow build back into stuff. Thomas Roth saying, send 1,000 stars. Thank you so much, man. Saying, can't wait to step foot in Galloping Ghost Arcade in August. Can't wait, man. It is going to be amazing having you out here. Dennis saying, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, man. Looking forward to it. Jim saying, hope everybody visiting the Galloping Ghost is having a blast and appreciate the hard work you've put in. I appreciate that too. It's been, again, when the lockdown was going on, it was so great to be able to make all the improvements. We've been hearing so much about how people are appreciating the new layout and the new cabinet groupings, and just having the new groupings. It's really been, people have been finding a lot of the machines that they might not otherwise have seen, which is great. It's been one of those where it's a block long already, so it's mixing stuff up. It's a lot of the cabinets hadn't moved in years and years, so mixing it up has definitely been amazing. Let's see. Lumbo's saying, Mr. Driller seems to be a hot topic lately. Has a record card gone up yet? Not yet. We're still having some weird printer problems, so the cards will be getting done. We just have to figure out what's going on with the printer. Lumbo saying, no, a few people have been practicing on Mr. Driller. Absolutely. It's been great that so many people are finding that game again. Another Monday mystery game that came out when the lockdown was in effect. So happy to see so many people finding it and getting into it. It's really awesome. Gabe saying, what's the most hardest game difficulty-wise? That's a tough question. There's some people that take very difficult-looking games and make them look easy. So it's one of those, it really depends on the player, I would say. Ron saying, looking forward to making the trip to the arcade. Can't wait to have you out. Greg is joining us. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Everett saying, I know I saw versus Mario Brothers. Absolutely. We can take a walk down the Nintendo. First, we can pass the Rockola stuff. Got Nibbler, which we've been fortunate enough to have Tim McVeigh come out and play our Nibbler, which awesome to have him in one of the. He made Nibbler famous. So, Eyes, Warp, and we get into our Nintendo section. We've been seeing so many people play arm wrestling lately. Just absolutely love that game. Super Punch Out, Popeye versus Mario Brothers is right there, followed by regular Mario Brothers, and then Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Jr., and of course Donkey Kong. So awesome to have that lineup. Nick is joining us, and Roman was saying was glad to be back yesterday. Thank you so much for coming out, man. That was awesome. Brian Shields saying the new grouping is what I'm excited for. Yeah, the new groupings, again, even people that have been here a few days in a row, checking it out, they keep on saying, oh, I love this new section. I love the new Century section, or I love the new groupings of the Taito games. So it's great. It's great. It's definitely been interesting to relearn where everything is at. Dennis saying, is the In the Hunt marquee back yet? Not yet, but it's a day away. It's a day away. It'll be before this week is over for sure. Miguel saying, hey Doc, blessings bro. Thank you so much for that. Very much appreciated. Sean saying, let's see the MK lane powered up. I'll be spending some time there when I show up in August. Awesome, man. Let's take a look over there. What's up, man? Let's see. Greg saying Mr. Driller was a fun surprise. Absolutely. It's one of those that people, again, they didn't know it, and when they played it, they found a new favorite, which is awesome. Let's take a look at that MK lineup all powered up. First off, on this side, you got all 6 grids lined up. All of them have been gone through, all the track balls, all the sticks playing great. And then for Mortal Kombat, you got MK1, MK2, MK3, MK4. Our MK3 board is actually a prototype. All original hardware, but 2 boards in 1 cabinet, just so that, just for a space saver. Eventually we'll get that split up so each has its own dedicated. And then MK4, we actually have another MK4 cabinet down at Productions that is actually a prototype MK4 cabinet. It was donated to us by Alex Ross, who is one of the most famous artists for DC. He draws like Batman and Superman, and his artwork is so famous. He been out to the arcade, he donated that cabinet and our Superman cabinet to us. Turns out that cabinet was traded to him by John Vogel. So very awesome to have that little piece of history down at Productions. Let's see. John says, do you have Karate Champion, Kung Fu Master? We do have Karate Champ and Kung Fu Master, absolutely. Gabe saying, can I see the new Monday Mystery Game? We'll head over there in a second. There's a couple of people on it right now. Nick saying, add Death Race to your fix list. That's a really fun game. Love it. I will check that out. I had just played it. I did notice that being an issue, but I'll double check it. Dennis saying, will there be stools available to sit and play tomorrow? I have trouble standing for long stints since I have a bad back. Absolutely, we've got stools throughout the arcade, so just grab one and take it to whatever machine you're working on. Thomas Ross saying, you have an R-Type Nintendo cabinet, right? One of my favorite games. Love R-Type. We've got R-Type, R-Type 2 and R-Type Leo all here at the arcade. The only reason it's not in the Nintendo row is that it's in the Shmups row. Got to group those a little bit better. R-Type 2 and Leo are together, but R-Type 1 isn't yet. But we're working on that. We're working on that. Let's see. Greg saying finally played Battlezone. Odd but fun. Love that game. Played so much Battlezone. Lumbo saying any chance of getting the original Mr. Driller is in the vaults next to Double Dragon 3? Or is it in the vaults next to Double Dragon 3 being tainted? The original Mr. Driller might be in the vaults. We all know Double Dragon 3 would not be anywhere near the vaults. Jesse asked, any plans for expanding? So we are. The next expansion is underway, going right into what used to be Canton, the Chinese restaurant right next door. The wall right behind where we do the Monday Mystery Game is going to be coming down, and that'll be the pass-through. Carpet is in. Painting is done in the front half. We're really going to have to break the expansion into 3 parts. So there's the front, the front, back, and then the back. So the front is pretty close to being done. We just have to get the electric done, and then that'll be good. And then, of course, the pass-through. But still a lot of the kitchen equipment is in there, so we're working on it. We're working on it. We're very anxious to get that all taken care of and expanded. Hopefully that'll add about another, I want to say 100 machines will be able to fit over there once the whole thing is done. So we've already got some spillover from all the new Monday Mysteries coming in over there, so anxious to have that open to get those connected and like easily playable. Twain saying, hey Doc, checking in from Georgia. Like I said before, thanks for keeping my childhood alive. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So awesome that everybody's just so into arcades and everything. It's awesome to be able to present all this stuff and have people enjoy it so much. Charles sending 100 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very much appreciated. Sean saying, this stream is the highlight of my day. Thanks for the MK sneak peek. Absolutely. And then, of course, you can see up top all of the legends of Mortal Kombat that come usually out every once in a while, and always awesome to have them out. Greg saying, Warlords is another surprise. I yelled a lot at that. Still really cool, even if the CPU is frustrating. I love Warlords. I spent so much time playing that on the Atari 2600 with that paddle wheel. So cool, so cool. Such a great game. We picked up our Warlords cabinet out at Midwest Gaming Classic. I think that was either our first or second MGC that we went out to. And I want to say Arcade Adventures, we picked it up from them, and so happy we got it. It's not a cabinet you see very often, and it just is, it's such an awesome game. And we've had so many people just spend so much time playing that. Let's see. Patrick saying, keep the kitchen equipment for Galloping Ghost Gourmet. Maybe one day. Maybe we will, man. Maybe we will. Robert, what is up? Mikey saying, Galloping Ghost Arcade truly is mecca for gamers. Thank you for what y'all do. Thank you so much for that. It's an honor to be able to do what I do, and it's never work. It's never work. Been here 7 days a week since the lockdown, and wouldn't want to be anywhere else except, nice when the girlfriend's out here, but you know, huge fan of being here. So Dennis sending 378 stars. Thank you so much, man. Very generous of you. Very much appreciated. Lumbo taking off, saying stay safe. See you, Lumbo. Hope you're doing well. Greg saying Sexy Parodius is difficult and hilarious. Great game. And I'm walking past the Brian Colin section. How can I not point out that we're over in the Brian Colin section? International Team Laser. One of one. This is the only one that exists. Look at this artwork. So so cool. You'll never see that anywhere else. You'll never see it anywhere else. And then over here, another one. John sending 3,000 stars. Very much appreciated, man. Very awesome of you. Thank you so much. Again, with all the stars, we put it all right back into the place. It's all the stuff that you people throw out here, the stars. We keep making this place bigger and better, so it is really much appreciated. I'm sure everybody else appreciates that those stars are being sent, because that allows us to keep getting games, keep running awesome events, keep making the place bigger and better. So, John, thank you so much for that. Very much appreciated. RC Squared, this is another Brian Cullen 1 of 1. There was one test cabinet made, and that is it right there. It's so awesome to have this here. Brian had said he'd never seen it play so well. There was the voltage on the power supply was always a little low, so we put in a new power supply. It's been running better. It's always a prototype, so it resets every now and then, but just very awesome to have it here for everybody to play. Thomas Ross saying, now that you have the arcade up and could show the monster truck game as it working, excited to play it in August. Could show the monster truck game. Power Drive. Let me go right over to it. So we were just over in the Brian Cullen section. We've got 3 of his games. Oh, you know what? That's not in this area. That is in the other area. Let me go over there. Trying to remember where that game is. Again, it's been interesting since all of the changes have happened. Oh, wait. Getting lost here. Definitely don't like not knowing where every single machine is, but I don't think that one made a big move. So let's go check it out. Brady Rain is joining us. Very awesome to have you here, Brady. It still is in the same spot. Right there. Power Drive, absolutely awesome. You know, I still have to do another video from the offices. Jeff Nauman actually did all the programming on that. He donated us the original printed out book of code. I gotta show you guys that. So next time we do, next stream, maybe tomorrow, we'll do it from the office, and we'll show you some cool stuff like that. Mark saying, miss playing Time Travel. I look forward to playing that again at the greatest arcade, Galloping Ghost. Thank you so much for that, man. It is here. It's playing great. Brady saying, Stupid Yan Yans from Flicky. Absolutely amazing game. So much fun. Ozzy saying, did you guys fix the MK3 machine? The PlayStation 2 side didn't work for UMK3, but both sides work for MK3. I will double check on that. I did not. I know we put new micro switches in, but if it worked on one game, it should be working on the other, because it's all the same controls and obviously same sticks. So I will check that though for sure. Tom saying, you guys rock, for sure a destination. I hope to visit again from Minnesota. Thank you so much for that, man. When you're let us know when you're coming out. Let us know when you're coming out. Tom saying, my favorite game is Pepper 2. There's been somebody on Pepper 2 literally for hours today. Every time I'm walking around, he has been on it literally, just playing it non-stop. Pepper's such an awesome game. Robert saying, lost in your own arcade, epic. It is, with there being such a drastic change, it's tough. It's tough to remember 774 games and where each one is. Tim said, do you have a favorite recent game by Raw Thrills? So for Raw Thrills, we don't have, we've got some play mechanics games, but for Raw Thrills, that would be the extent of it. Aliens Armageddon, absolutely love it. This one is actually a prototype. This we got from George Petro himself. Scott Bukowski was over there and we picked it up. So awesome, so awesome. Piece of history right there. Check out our Alien section. We got Alien 3 The Gun, released from Sega. Aliens Extermination from Global VR and Play Mechanics. Aliens Armageddon from Play Mechanics and Raw Thrills. Konami's Aliens, and then Alien vs. Predator. So, pretty good Alien lineup there. Rory said the best bit of the stream, Doc, forgetting where games are. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I should know where everything is, but again, the rearrange, it's tough. It's tough keeping track of everything. We're still moving stuff around. Thomas Ross saying, thanks, Doc. You're the best. Thank you, man. How can I be the best when you're the best? Greg saying Ikaruga needs a strategy guide. Yeah, Ikaruga's tough for sure. Greg saying, did you get the achievement books finished yet? Still working on, but soon. Brady saying, did Star Trek Voyagers created by Brian Cullen of Game Refuge? It absolutely is. Don't be surprised if you see one of those here one of these days. Maybe we've got one in the vaults. Who knows? Dan Icavelli is joining us, saying, just point me to Atari. I'll be happy when I come. All right, man. It's right here. Big row of Atari, and then the cross lane of Atari. James saying, see you early next month, Doc. Can't wait, man. Let us know when you're on your way. Robert saying, oh yeah, Aliens Armageddon, very awesome. Play it if you're ever there, you won't be disappointed. Absolutely, man. Great game. Jesse saying, hey Doc, do you have the House of the Dead franchise? So we've got House of the Dead 1, and then just released on Monday here at the arcade, House of the Dead 4. Standard cabinet. Normally we like to go with deluxe, but we picked this one up from Troy Smith. Very happy to have that here. Let's see. Ozzy saying, did you guys get a chance to fix Beavis and Butthead cabinet? I hope you guys hope to visit soon. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Beavis and Butthead, well, it's a prototype, so it's always going to be a little glitchy, but we switched the DVDs that are in it, and it's been playing much better. It's a more complete build, so happy to have that, the later build, but the earlier build was a better game to be playing. Robert saying Beavis and Butthead works great. Thank you so much. David saying one of my favorites I don't hear much about is elevator action. Love elevator action. It gets a lot of people asking where it is. We can take a step back there towards the Taito section. Oli Buchu. Love that cabinet art on Oli Buchu. How good is that? Probably one of the worst built cabinets by Thomas Automatics. Everybody's favorite Thomas Automatic game, Oli Buchu. The whole cabinet, to get the monitor out, this whole area flips forward and then pulls out and is held by wooden dowel rods. Just terrible design. Cabinet is very top heavy. Amazing. The game is awesome. Everybody loves the game, but just bad cabinet design. So elevator action in its new spot right here. Absolutely love it. Really cool artwork on it. Just a cool cabinet. The Taito cabinets, so nice having all those Taitos in a row. We've got 3 more we gotta get in there too. Roman saying something wrong with Hang On, throttle seems broken. I will double check that. We completely rebuilt that when lockdown was in effect. So I will double check it though, because it was playing perfect. But that's always the thing. But I will write that down. Sinistar, Thomas Roth asking about Sinistar right there. So there's very few games that there's literally just Sinistar that we have 2 of them on the arcade floor. One being the upright, the other being the sit down. Sean saying much love to everybody. I'm off to work. See you soon. See you, Sean. Thank you for being here. Chung saying hello. What is up, man? Chung saying, do you have the newer elevator action? We do. Well, we've got elevator action 2, but there is an elevator action 3 Death Parade, which we do not have. But, you know, will it show up on the arcade floor? Who knows? Stay tuned to Monday Mystery. You never know what's going to show up. Most people, I don't think anybody was expecting House of the Dead 4. And we put it up. That was the Monday Mystery game. Let's see. Elevator Action 2 right here. Great game. We put it in original style Taito cabinet. Maybe we'll move that over to the Taito section as well. Gabe pointing out Warzard, absolute great game. It's over in the 4th building. Broderick saying, when I was there, Dragon's Lair wasn't on. Is it broken? So there's a few games that are currently unplugged. Just we're dealing with tripping breakers and stuff. So a little bit of fine tuning with all the changes going on. But it's playing perfect. If something's down right now, definitely let us know. We can either swap it with a different game to have it off. It's literally every day. There's fewer and fewer games that are turned off due to that problem. Like we've been fixing that early in the morning. So Chung saying, do you have the Out Foxies? It's fantastic, like Super Smash Brothers before I was even out. So Out Foxies, I love Out Foxies. We have that here for sure. I'll go over to the cabinet. We had the creator of Out Foxies travel out here from Japan. He took a picture in front of our cabinet. Unfortunately, we didn't know he was here. And we only found out days later after he made a Twitter post. So awesome to have him here. And we've talked with him now, and we hope he is able to come back at some point because it's such a personal favorite game of mine. I would love to talk with him on it. Out Foxies is right there. When we originally put Out Foxies on the floor, we had a big unveiling event. We knew nobody would know what the game was, but we wanted people to really come out and get interested in it. Because after playing it a couple of times, it was clear that people were going to totally love this game. So we announced there was going to be a big tournament in our mystery game. And it was one of the first games that we actually hyped up the unveiling and had a big event behind releasing it. And we had people in from Indiana and Wisconsin and all over the place. And it was so cool. Initially, we tried to do something a little different. We had a light gun for each side that was actually wired to the attack button. And then we had a pedal wired to the jump button. So you could play with the stick, gun, and pedal. And it gave it a really unique way to play. Often referred to it as gun pedal. Just so fun, but it was a cool. Most people didn't understand how to play like that, and they would be like pulling the trigger, they'd be shooting at the screen. So we eventually took it off just because it more so confused players than made it a more fun game for them. Let's see. Broderick saying, how did you get Half-Life? So Half-Life, that was a cabinet that we had pieced together over years. We got the Taito Type X board with an original hard drive and USB for it. And then happened upon the joystick pedals and throttle control for it. And then out of nowhere, we found a cabinet here stateside that had been left outside for years and years, and it was completely rusted. So such a great project to be able to bring that one back. Chong saying, I found it by accident one day. It was really amazing and fun for multiplayer. Absolutely. I was so hopeful when we were looking at it. The board has ports for a third and fourth player, but unfortunately the game itself did not support him. So it would have been amazing if you could play that 4-player. Broderick asking about Left 4 Dead. So Left 4 Dead, that is an original full dedicated cabinet. We had that imported from Japan. When we got it, we had 2 systems, and each system, the marquee, it had different marquee and artwork for each of the systems. But as you would need the server setup for it, it's only single player, unfortunately. So because we would not be able to get the server to work here stateside. So we sold the other one off at some point, but it's such an amazing game, such an amazing game. Thomas Ross saying, can we see Speed Racer? Absolutely, right here. That amazing Speed Racer artwork. So good. The whole cabinet is such... The steering wheel, I really wish they made these buttons work, but just an amazing racing game, 2-player. So awesome. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. A lot of people spend a lot of time when we got this one in. Right next to Line of Fire. Charlie saying I played that when it was by the front desk. When out Foxy's, that was a long time ago. That was a game I did not want to move very far from the front desk, but Greg saying I cried when I saw the Darius Row Happiness. It took so long to get all those games grouped together. We had put Darius 2, which was the final Darius game that we had to get on the floor, and it was like, oh, I cannot wait till we get all 5 of these lined up. Paul the Cruz is joining us. Thank you for being here. We got armadillo racing going on there. Love that music. Dolphin Blue. Depth Charge. Super rare Polygonic Commander. The 4th building. Pretty impressive lineup, I must say, in this 4th building. Jesse saying, what would you say is your all-time favorite arcade game? I always say Narc. It was the first arcade game I ever purchased. But, you know, it's so hard to pick a single favorite game. There's so many here that if it's here, I love playing it. So, Armadillo Racing is hard. It is. It is. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get back to fixing some more machines today. And Thomas Roth saying, let's see that Atari Row. Let's go back up there real quick, because Thomas Roth wants to see the Atari Row. We're gonna go see the Atari Row. Walk a little slower so we can see Gunbuster. So ahead of its time. Amazing game. Rampart. Let's look at that Darius Row too. Darius Burst EX, another Chronicle. G Darius, Darius Gaiden, Darius 2. 2 19-inch monitors. Darius 1, 3 13-inch monitors. Chung saying your arcade was where I first fell in love with Flicky. Oh, Flicky is so good, man. Such a great game. Let's head up to the Atari Row. Our new comic book row. We got Spider-Man, Superman again, donated to us from Alex Ross. I always got to show this. I love this sticker right here. Batman, Batman Forever. And then here's the Atari Row. Dig Dug. Warlords, which we started the show off with, Liberator, Centipede, Millipede, Tubin, Assault, I love Assault, great game, 720, Paperboy, Xevious, and then that lineup, System 1 cabinets, Road Blaster, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Marble Madness, Peter Packrat, Roadrunner, Stunt Cycle, and then Arabian, Kangaroo, and Crystal Castles. And then continuing the Atari section, you got Blasteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Asteroids, Lunar Lander, Red Baron, Battlezone, Gravatar, Black Widow, Space Duel, Major Havoc, beautiful Major Havoc, and Tempest. Let's see. Paul Cruz saying, please have the Afterburner ready by August 6th. That is all I wish. We are working on it. We are working on it. Let's see. Paul saying, I missed the 1 hour streams. We're going to try to get back to them. They're, with things being open, we still want to do them every day. Even that's been tough. I was a little late today getting started, but we are here. We are here. Colin saying all points bouldering. We do have that as well. Tim saying how are the benefits and software, etc. So I technically was there when it was Babbage's, which they eventually they did merge, but there's always kind of that rivalry between the software, etc. stores and the Babbage's stores. But I never used any of the benefits anyway, so. Chung saying, do you know about modifying Stunt Cycle to make it harder? Richie Knuckles played one in California at Banning. That I don't know. I'll have to ask Richie about that. Thomas Ross saying, thanks, Doc, for everything. You're the man. Thank you so much, man. Very much appreciated. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up here, get some more of these games worked on, and get back to it. So, appreciate everybody hanging out and chatting, and appreciate all the questions. We'll be back tomorrow, so don't worry about that. Until then, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We hope to see you around the arcade soon. Stay safe, everybody. Thanks.